Yo, it's me, your girl Sugar Cube, and I'm back with another video. Personally, in my personal opinion, I think that with these new creators popping out of the ground and just popping out of absolutely nowhere and just talking and making different opinions and views on things is interesting. And to put it in my perspective, I've only just found out about this last night. So, the classic social media style of content where people are setting up their phone and they give their opinions on different views or talk about their day or talk about a certain topic with like video games, anime, or kind of like commentary style content like me. Well, I wanted to kind of give my opinion on a specific creator and the new style of random commentary creators popping out of the dirt. So, to give my opinion, we're not talking about regular commentary channels, we're talking about TikTok ones. As you know, commentary content and other content can be found on many different platforms. But with this specific new wave of it, it seems a bit strange. I don't really know if you can even consider this to be commentary content. So, basically, there's this wave of creators popping out of the dirt who are making comedic, like, kind of commentary, funny type commentary content. Which, in my personal opinion, some of it can be seen as funny, but majority of it is just swept up trash that you pick up from the ground. Now, I'm not trying to put other creators down. I'm putting down problematic creators. And no, in my personal opinion, you should not spread hate onto them or interact with them at all. Whatever they might be doing in their life is not our business. So, back to what I was talking about. On to the topic of this video. This creator is known as, I forgot their name, but it kind of starts with a P. Okay, so sorry for the long little beginning rant. So the style of commentary content that we're talking about is this new wave of commentary content where people slow down their voices to, kind of sound funny and or comical. And this type of content has been getting likes. And I've saw some of it like on my For You page, but I don't really pay attention to this content. And I admit it's kind of funny when you first see it, but at the end of the day, it just gets weird. So the way that they edit this content is they could be talking about like a ridiculous take that somebody would make, or just something like they don't agree with personally, and they will slow down their voice or speed it up to sound silly or goofy, trying to like make the opinion sound stupid in some type of way. Examples are going to be shown on screen.
You're telling me that your favorite cheese is mozzarella?
That video was an example made by a user showing kind of like an example of the style of content. Now this style of content is like a trend, I believe, because I saw some of them on my For You page, which made me want to talk about it, but I kind of just ignored it and I didn't see them on my For You page. But the main reason why I decided to make a video about it is because I decided to kind of do some research, and I've only personally ever seen males pop up on my For You page doing this trend, maybe like 2 or 3 of them. But like when you search it up, there's only males doing it. Like, and the people showing examples can be females, sure, but like the people who are actually doing the trend are mostly like males. Specifically just males in general, or like dark-skinned males, which is a thing that I'd like to point out, because it seems like the demographic for this audience is a joke amongst males, specifically teenage males up to young males, young adults, and stuff like that. But the thing that kind of throws me off is I've never really personally seen a female do it, and it just kind of makes me wonder if this trend was made by a man or like some type of joke, which I'm kind of interested as to why this trend is now here and what this commentary content means. And I'm using quotation marks because I don't really what this content is called. And they talk about something completely useless without, something without meaning. Like something like, oh, you're telling me your favorite pizza is cheese pizza, and slow their voice down just doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. The reason why I'm coming on here and just ranting is because I've never really seen, I've seen a bunch of lazy content before, a bunch of slop made for kids, younger kids to watch. But you've got to realize that making this content for an older audience is sloppy, and the fact that some people who are in the older audience enjoy this slop content really disappoints me. I like making rant videos and long and nice, genuinely good commentary videos that I put a bunch of effort into and have people want to watch them. I've never seen content so lazy before. I've tried to make good content, and then they have people just making sounds with their mouths, and it goes viral because kids like it. Specifically younger kids, not like kids 12 to 10, but kids like 3 to 5, 6 to 7. It really irritates me because how can someone so low effort go viral? What? And then some people have the audacity to say he deserves fame?
Does anyone else kind of hate that Carter Folium guy? Like, I don't hate him for any reason like, oh, he's a bad person. I just genuinely think all his videos are annoying. He overuses that effect thing where he slows down and speeds up his voice. And also all his videos are either the most cold takes like anyone else hate, being in long lines, or him saying, get a job with that stupid slowed down voice effect.
Anyways, that's it. Bye.
Looking at this comment, including the other comments, really shows me that people don't respect opinions. But just reading it, I'm just gonna read them to you, okay? The comment reads as follows: he deserves his fame and his original videos, unlike other Griffin talk. No, he doesn't. He literally just says the same 3 things over and over with a slightly different topic. So in the first comment, because I was reading the comments, we kind of discovered that this style of content is called Griffin talk. Now, what is Griffin talk, you might ask? Well, if you don't know, there's different parts of TikTok and different communities on TikTok that use the hashtag talk in them because they're on TikTok. Well, like Book Talk, a TikTok community for books, and Anime Talk for anime fans, and other different communities on TikTok and other variations. So, Griffin Talk is a community that I've never heard about before until today. So, what is Griffin Talk? So, I'm just gonna go ahead and Google it and see if I can find anything real quick. So, it is actually the name of a content creator, which is extremely stupid, unfortunately. So, I'm just gonna end this video off here because there's not a lot of information on these really strange creators. But if I come back with more information, I might make a part 2.